Good evening. Lloydminster is making a name for itself when it comes to hosting sporting events. Now, after hosting the Allen Cup in 2012 and Hockey Day in Canada earlier this year, the border city once again will be putting on another national hockey event, this time in 2016. Now, this morning, Hockey Canada officially announced Lloydminster as host of the 2016 RBC Cup. Organizing committee co-chair Malcolm Gradke says the Bobcats and the rest of the committee are overjoyed with the winning bid.
It's pure excitement right now. I think everybody in this room, you can just feel the energy. We're pretty thrilled that we were named the host for 2016, and from here the work starts, but we're more than prepared to go to battle.
Now, Radke also mentioned that there were some nervous moments leading up to the announcement.
The grapevine the week before that, oh, it sounds like you guys are going to get it. And you try not to take that in, right? You can't get too excited, too high or too low. And even when I took the phone call from him, he kind of preambled for a few seconds before he told me, and you know, for 10 or 15 seconds I didn't think we were getting it.
Well, being the first time the border city has hosted the event, it's not only local hockey fans that are excited. Bart Petiasic joins us in studio and has more.
Thanks, Nariman. We spoke to economic experts at the announcement this morning, and they're saying the 2016 tournament is going to mean a major boon for local businesses.
Yeah, the 2016 RBC Cup is here in Lloydminster.
It was all smiles at the Lloydminster RBC as the official announcement was made. The Bobcats organization has been working on their bid over the last year, and now that they've got the tournament locked down and the infrastructure already in place, the focus now turns to getting the services ready to host the event. And there will be plenty of money to go around, according to Ward Reid, the CEO of Lloydminster Economic Development. After analyzing numbers from when Dauphin, Manitoba hosted a tournament in 2010, he says $2.2 million was injected into their economy during the tournament, and predicts that number will be even greater at Lloydminster's tournament.
Here in Lloydminster, our economy is just a little bit more robust and vibrant, which can sometimes mean just a little bit higher prices, and with maybe hotel rooms, restaurant spending, gas, and so on.
And according to Hockey Canada officials, a big reason why the RBC Cup is so special is because 100% of the money will stay in the city.
The legacy from this event, from a financial perspective, all stays locally in the community of Lloydminster. And that's something Hockey Canada is very proud of from our domestic events. The revenues from the events don't come back to Hockey Canada. They stay locally.
Now, the border city isn't a stranger to large national events, hosting both Hockey Day in Canada and the Allen Cup twice.
We've shown that we can do it. Allen Cup is for a while was a down-and-out event in Canada, and in the late 90s, when it came to Lloydminster, the people started to go, this thing might work. And then the success in 2 times we hosted it, people are going, hey, if they follow that format and that model, we can resurrect this event, and it's doing all right now.
Co-chair for the 2012 Allen Cup, Barry Gunn, says all the time and money invested was worth it at the end of the day.
It's an enormous amount of work, but the reward is way outdoes the investment in terms of time, I think.
An investment the city hopes pays off for them again in 2016.
With this event, with Hockey Canada committing to keep dollars here in Lloydminster, that is, as you said, a no-brainer to really benefit the community in multiple ways, keeping the dollars here, raising our reputation, and keeping us prominent in the nation's eyes.
Bart.
Ward Reid also adds because we won't have to build a new arena and the modifications will stay at a minimum, that won't make a major impact on city or provincial budgets. Nariman.
Bart, thank you, Bart. Now we will have more details and reactions on the RBC Cup a little later on in sports. Well, there's a new face in the medical scene in Lloydminster. With a shortage of family doctors in our city, news of a general practitioner accepting patients is a welcome sight. And Knott Vate spoke with the city's first ever Filipino doctor this afternoon and has the details.
Apple just received her license to practice last week, and she says it was a difficult journey. When she came to Lloydminster 3 years ago, she expected it to be an easy process, but was mistaken.
For 5 spots for a family residency training program, they have 4 for Canadian graduates and only 1 for an international medical graduate. So the odds are very, very low.
She shadowed Dr. Raf Saeed for a year, and he says having her in the city will make a difference.
So currently the emergency department is overflowing with issues that should be and can be handled in a family doctor's office. So this is going to certainly relieve some of that pressure of people going and waiting in emergency department.
After practicing in the Philippines for over 5 years, Apple's more than ready to fulfill her lifelong passion.
At the end of the day, when you've diagnosed something, when you made someone's life a bit better, it's really rewarding for me. Most of my patients would just come and you just have to lend an ear, and yeah, it's a social aspect of the profession as well.
And she may be the first Filipino doctor in town, but Apple says she won't be the last, as many have asked for her advice.
Perseverance and grit to really go through all the process. It's a long journey and it's a hard one, but if you're determined, then you'll get it.
Annika Notveit, Newcap News.
Well, it's a reality nobody wants to experience, but more than 500 Canadians are diagnosed with cancer daily, and that according to the Canadian Cancer Society. Now, Friday night's 14th annual Relay for Life involved thousands in our region who have been affected by the disease in one way or another. Now, as Graham McCann reports, it was a day of support, love, and honor for those who have fought and are fighting this common killer.
Well, the challenge of cancer is life. You can live. You gotta live.
Newcap News' Gerard Lampow joined thousands that gathered at Bud Miller Park for Relay for Life. He survived prostate cancer but has lost many family members to different forms of the disease. Gerard kicked off the luminary ceremony that evening.
We light candles tonight not because people have died. We celebrate, rather, the way that they lived.
Many who attended are survivors or in support of survivors. There were more than 50 fundraising teams at the event, including Haley Dayton and a few friends from Lakeland College.
I actually lost my grandmother to cancer in November, and my grandfather passed away of cancer as well when I was 4 years old.
It's just kind of like surreal when we found out that my mom had cancer, as well as Auntie Connie. You know how common it is, and you hear about it happening to other people.
This is how Nikki Jacobson felt when her mother and her aunt were both diagnosed with breast cancer. She stood by them during their treatments.
It's really important to just have that circle of people that can be there.
Even children as young as 6 gave their support. Leah Raylan raised more than $3,600 and donated her hair for chemotherapy patients.
Is it different? When you come here, you realize that you share so much in common with so many different people from every walk of life.
At the end of the event, more than $152,000 has been raised.
After walking 12 hours through the night, people are exhausted, people are tired, but that really pales in comparison to what those with cancer deal with every day. Even though Relay for Life 2014 is over, the fight against cancer is still ongoing. Reporting from Bud Miller Park, Graham McCann, Newcap News.